Say hi. Look at the camera. Are you gonna stay there? Okay, hi guys, welcome to my channel. Of course it go down. Bin. Don't move up the carpet. Oh, now the cat wants to go out. Okay, if you go out for the rest of the video. I should probably start. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an everyday makeup look, which is the look I've got going on right now. If you want to see how I do this, then please do carry on watching. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly say I am in no way a makeup artist. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Please don't hold it against me if I am doing it wrong, using the wrong brushes. This is literally just what I do. I make it up and it works for me. So yeah, this is just what I do for my everyday makeup. Also, I'm just so proud. This is the best I have done my eyebrows in so long. Like, wow. I have not done my makeup in so long and this is the best brows I have done in so long. During lockdown, I have been trying to give my skin a break and not be wearing makeup, which clearly isn't going to plan because I am breaking out everywhere. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to do a quick little everyday makeup look for you for days that if I do want to put on a bit of makeup, this is sort of what I do. Okay, so usually I've obviously washed my face and everything. I have actually done the majority of my skincare already this morning, which I will be doing a full video on soon. But for sort of my main makeup skincare sort of stuff, I do just use this Glam Glow Illuminizing Moisturiser, as I find that this just goes so nicely underneath makeup, just because it's so like shimmery, like it gives your makeup such a glow. So I'm just gonna put some of this on. My skin is so dry at the moment, I don't know why. Like, I'm getting spots, so I would have thought it was oily. But no, it's dry as hell and I'm still getting spots. So I'll just rub this in. Like I said, I have already done majority of my skincare, so this is just on top. So as you can see, like, it literally gives you like an instant glow because I do quite like a dewy look. Okay, so once I've done that, I now also go in with a face oil. So the face oil I'm going to be using is the Ordinary Rose Hip Oil. So I just put a few drops of this into my palm. I just like warm it up in my hands. So I just like to try and put it on all of my dry areas. This is the only primer I have, which is the number 7 Airbrush Away Primer. I do just put this on my fingers, rub it in. And then just spread this out onto my face. Okay, so I don't know if you can kind of tell, this lighting doesn't really show it very much, but because I've got a fake tan on, I mean, you can definitely tell from my hands, because my hands are very orange, but my face is a lot lighter than like my rest of my body, so I've not really, because this tan's very old, it's like starting to patch off a bit. I've not really got like a foundation that's sort of like this faded colour, so I'm just gonna have to try and mix different things together to try and make it the right shade. Luminous. I can't remember what it's called, and I cannot be bothered to get up and have a look. If I'm going for a full face of makeup, I do usually use a NARS foundation, but for my everyday I just use this Laura Mercier Silk Creme Moisturising Photo Edition foundation. It's just this one and it's in the shade Rose Ivory. Now this one's probably going to be a little bit too pale for me with my tan. As you can see, like it might actually be alright. It's quite light, but I'm just gonna spread that out. And actually looking at it, it might be a little bit too light, so I'm just going to mix in this Glossier Skin Perfecting Tint, and this is in the shade G10. It just comes out like that. This is a little bit too dark for me, as it's quite hard to tell when you're ordering stuff from Glossier like what the shade's going to be because it's online. So we'll just put a few little bits of that in there. Okay, so to blend these, I just wet a beauty blender like this and I just go in and mix it all together on my skin. As you can tell, my hands are super orange. I had a bit of a disaster with this tan. I also forgot to say that I actually did fill in my eyebrows before I did start this, just because I always have to do my eyebrows before I start my foundation or anything, because I've got really oily skin. I have to take a micellar water like this one. This is one I use, the Bioderma, and I use this on a cotton pad and I have to wipe over my eyebrows because they are so oily, like no product sticks to it otherwise. So I have just filled them in, by the way, because I did forget to mention that. The brow product I use is the Stila Waterproof Brow in the shade Medium. Okay, so now going in with concealer. I've got 2 shades of concealer here. So they're both the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And then I've got a lighter one, which is in Light 2 in Vanilla. And then the darker one is Light 2.5 in Creme Brulee. So with the lighter one, I am just going to dot this underneath my eyes, because although it's not very obvious on camera, I do actually have some dark circles under there. And then with my darker concealer, I go over any blemishes that I have. I'm gonna just leave the ones on my neck because, well, we're not doing neck makeup, we're doing face makeup today. I either use a brush for my concealer or I use a beauty blender or a mixture of both. So now I'm just going to go in with this contour stick. I actually don't even know where this is from. Oh, this is from New Look actually. And it's a foundation and contour stick, and this is in the shade 3, which is dark. It doesn't really look that dark on camera, but in person this is so dark. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here. And then I'll do it on the forehead, because I have a huge forehead and we want to try and minimise that. On the jawline. Because it's a cream product, I do just go back in my beauty blender. Also, I didn't actually tell you what brushes I've been using, which is really unuseful. I'm using this NARS bronzer in Laguna, which is so nice. It's like a nice neutral. It's not very orange. Like, I don't like my bronzers too orange. Okay, so that's me setting the bronzer with that. I do just use this Glossier Wilder in the shade G8 to G10. So I do that and I just lightly tap it. Okay, so next I go in with a cream blush. The one that I use is this Glossier Cloud Paint, and this is in the shade Dusk, which is so nice. This bit, and I just dot that on my cheeks, on my nose, and I just use my fingers just to blend this in. Depending on how I am feeling, I do sometimes go back in with a powder blush. So the one I'm using is NARS, and it's in the shade Orgasm, and this is the most beautiful blush ever. Tap it off. I do then go in with this illuminator, which is like a blushy sort of highlight combination. This is just by NARS. It's an illuminator, and again this is in the shade Orgasm. For my everyday look, I don't really do eyeshadow. I just tend to get my NARS bronzer with a little eyeshadow brush. So tap it in the bronzer and just lightly dust it, blending it into my lid super, super lightly. So the next thing I do is just put some powder in my brows. I just use this Barry Get Shapy eyebrow palette. It's just really cheap one. I bought it from ASOS. Angled brush. I don't really know where this is from. I think I bought it from eBay. And I just use that in the light brown powder. In this Barry palette thing, it comes with like a clear wax bit. I actually can't get into it. Clear wax in there, I don't know if you can see it. So I just get the little spoolie end of this and I just literally brush that through my brows. Curling my eyelashes today. This eyelash curler, I don't know where it's from. I think it's from Superdrug, just one of their own brand eyelash curlers. So I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes. This little sample Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And this, I love this mascara. And then I just use this GlossierBalm.com lip balm. This is really my everyday makeup look. So just super simple. I quite like it very sun-kissed and glowy. I don't like it too dry. So yeah, this is just the finished look. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you again in my next video. Bye! I never finished my wagon wheel. This was so worth the wait.
Oh